Hey there, Capricorn. It's time for your weekly horoscope for the coming 7 days. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, all you need to do is go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Or, of course, you may also simply just follow the links down below. I've got a sale going on right now, 20% off all services, including gift certificates, and now accepting tips and donations. And the Build a Spread horoscope will be back and up very soon. So, what is going on when it comes to this week? This week is a big course correction in the works for a lot of you out there. And the reason I say a course correction is because I'm actually seeing this sort of higher reality, almost like many higher versions, maybe even more important realities suddenly coming in and sort of sweeping out, dismantling, clearing, and purging a lot of old or stagnant or maybe even looping cycles that you've been maybe caught in. And this is very much personified by the Justice card in reverse as the spiritual theme of the week, what is going on behind the scenes of every experience you're having. Because the Justice card reverse is all about correction of things that are maybe not true for us, maybe not true to us, but also at the same time things that really don't necessarily belong when it comes to the type of reality or the type of life we are trying to build. Because the Justice card reverse is about correcting imbalances. It's about correcting issues where things have maybe not been following equivalent exchange. And more importantly, it's also helping correct our direction if we've been maybe aiming our intentions, our energies, or our actions in a particular way that is attracting or committing to the wrong circumstances, the wrong projects, the wrong people, or we've been in situations where maybe certain connections or certain relationships and things like that have not been what they say they are. This is going to be where we see those corrections happening. The Justice card reversed is ultimately going to be bringing in these deep sweeping shifts in order for us to kind of see where something is not going to mature into what we want. It's not going to develop into what we are creating or what we are hoping to, right? We have to change our course sometimes. What if we're going about it the wrong way? What if we're going about it in a way where we're playing the long game where that's not applicable or necessary? What if we are trying to build something but we're using all of the wrong components, all of the wrong ingredients? The right ingredients are coming in this week, and we'll talk about that in a second. The answers are coming, but all of the maybe incorrect answers, all of the incorrect solutions, the incorrect propositions have to go as well. This is not something you're going to be able to sleep through. It's not like you're going to wake up overnight and everything's going to correct itself. You might have to be awake for it. In fact, as we get to your material wealth, when it comes to your work and your finances, we have the Tower card upright. And this week is going to involve sort of a cataclysmic end to a particular way of life as it relates to how things are done at the office, done with your job, or maybe done with a certain financial or household arrangement. And I'm feeling with the Tower and the Justice card reversed, this is something that maybe we are already well aware doesn't fit in the bigger picture, but we've been holding on to it for far too long. Maybe we've been playing it safe. Maybe we've been complicit in trying to hold back progress in some way, or maybe we've been afraid to dive into a deeper side of the pool when it comes to our own craft, our own work, our own industry. The Tower card can indicate here as well that whatever is going away may actually have a replacement that is coming in just as quickly. So it's a bulldozer type of energy that is completely knocking over a norm that ultimately you may be only holding up out of muscle memory, something that you may be only holding on to maybe be in agreement with, or to sate a concern, a fear, a caution, something in our lower levels there The Tower can indicate a lot of you also finding maybe reasons to transfer or quit, or possibly even fire somebody if you are a boss, or you have subordinates or contractors beneath you. But what is going on is ultimately a very clear and distinct message with that Justice card reversed. To get to the space we want to be, we can't keep trying to also sneak in anything that is not compatible with it, right? You don't sneak in the dysfunction or the distortion or the old or incompatible or the dragging or the draining into the healthy space. You can't be like, well, I want to have this prosperity, I want to have this abundance, I want to have this elevation of my the quality of my work, but I also want to bring in this busted thing over here that's not working on itself. You can't do that. None of that is ever going to work with the Justice card reversed, the Tower card upright. And you may also be experiencing some of that guilt as you go through this, even when it comes to clients and colleagues or housemates, whatever is going on. But you have to let it happen. As we get on to your community card, we talk about communications, friends, relatives, other people in your life. We actually have the Ten of Pentacles upright. And with the Ten of Pentacles upright, this is the new I was talking about. This is the bigger, better thing. It's almost like a new realm, a completely new thing just kind of drops in and is already going to be providing you that new sense of stability, that new sense of comfort, that new sense of family, that new sense of prosperity really flowing through. It's like somebody is just dropping a house on your old house. Somebody is dropping an office on top of your old office. And with this Ten of Pentacles, we want to make sure that we are encouraging it with positive reinforcement, right? We don't want to necessarily go into this being overly mournful of the loss of the old. We want to be, emotionally, mentally, and socially available to it. But also at the same time, we want to be encouraging a way that is going to keep it in a place where it's going to continue to give and grow bigger and better over time. We certainly don't, with the Justice card reversed, want to try and turn it into the old or the familiar. And we're going to see a lot of this working its way into your life stream this week. And it has to do with a lot of, let's just say, bigger shifts going on when it comes to the entire planet. The higher levels are starting to really say no more when it comes to a lot of distortion, a lot of dysfunction. We talk about the vibrational buddy system that we talked about in the incoming wave last week, where everyone is starting to move into a way where they are connecting with those that are exactly on their level. There's no longer going to be this thing where people on one level are carrying people on the lower level, or that people are dragging each other up or pulling each other down. And so there is a huge shift here that is also an award and reward for you allowing the clearing to occur. As we get on to your challenge this week, or lessons that present as challenges, we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups reverse is indicating, blocked sentimentality, or blocked, or maybe even repressed or suppressed sentimentality, open affection, open gratitude. And we have to face and see where those things are actually going, within a lot of our circles, whether it's maybe blocked as an exchange among friends. If you're starting to feel these deep inspired feelings of love and gratitude and romance or brotherhood or sisterhood, you want to be rolling in circles that can actually do that with you. You don't want to necessarily be repressing yourself or oppressing yourself for the lowest common denominator. And with the Ace of Cups reversed, we're seeing that your lesson is like, look, the more you continue to cow to the lowest common denominator or a lower expression, the more you're going to say, I want this to stay in my life. And with the Ace of Cups reversed and the Justice card reversed, we're going to need to be paying attention to where this is also maybe the key root of why a lot of incompatible people or a lot of incompatible lifestyles, continue to kind of sneak in to our life stream, even when we don't want it. Because the second we change this, the second that all goes away. When it comes to love and romance, you actually have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And it looks like this week, as a couple, or maybe even with somebody new, there is going to be a need to address where a certain relationship agenda, journey, goal, or maybe intention has become more of a job than an aspect of the relationship itself. Now, this is not intended to make anyone feel bad or self-conscious, but what can sometimes happen is if an intention becomes a relationship mission, it's not long before we start treating it like an agenda. And that is where sometimes certain aspects of relationships can get mixed up or even start to take energy away from the actual love that should be going on there, whether we're running the relationship like a business or a corporate office or a certain aspect of it. That can sometimes just be a sign that maybe somebody or both people or what have you have maybe let a certain fear or insecurity or even trauma be more important than the relationship that they're carrying on. And this does feel episodic. Nights are episodic, but this is a time where we might want to be focusing on how do we get things back to being in a space where it is about building a relationship that makes love versus takes love. So this is a week where we're going to see where is one priority, one aspect, one intention, possibly creating, manifesting, or pulling the opportunity into a place where it is suddenly becoming more work than love. And when we do that, right, we're going to be finding that this week is going to be getting a chance to correct where that might have gone a bit off, right? That's the Justice card reversed. We are correcting and perfecting things that may have moved away from their true selves or moved away from their original pure intention. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.